There's this basic tenet in adult education for motivation that when we have an immediate need to know something, we'll do whatever it takes. We'll learn whatever it takes, take whatever action there is. Let me give you an example about immediate need for learning. A few years ago, I was riding with this friend of mine, Trig, in some mountain trails near my house in Alaska. And we heard this whoosh, and branches rattle beside us. Now, in Alaska, when that happens, it's probably a bear, and we both knew it. I mean, we both started panicking right away, and we dumped our bikes and ran to this clearing, and Triggs had this bear spray. It's like this pepper spray stuff. He said, I can't get it out, it's stuck. I said, well, get it out. I get stuck. And I could hear something crashing through the woods towards us. And then suddenly, like 30 feet away, this brown bear came charging straight at us, and I'm just transfixed. I'm doing nothing, just staring at this bear. And then it suddenly turned 90 degrees, ran past my friend Trig, who was still trying to get this bear spray out, and then ran on up the hill. Trig and I just stood there. Trig looks at me and said, well, do you want to keep riding? I said, no. My goal is to get my heart rate up, and that's been accomplished. So we headed back home. Now, if somebody could have painted a compelling vision of that bear encounter for me before the bike ride, I would have been very motivated to learn whatever I need to learn for bear encounters. And I think that's an important part of effective mentors, is painting a vision, helping people develop a vision so that they have such a clear, compelling vision of their future that they'll ask the questions, they'll learn what they need to know, they'll take the actions to reach it. And I think that may be the piece that's missing in corporate America and the current mentoring programs that I've seen. There's a lot of mentoring programs are developed more towards skill-based and getting people up to speed quickly, which is important. There's also good research showing that mentoring reduces attrition rates in companies, and attrition in companies is very costly, and so that's important as well. But I think that the part that's really hard to measure in dollars is the type of leadership that can be developed through effective mentoring programs. The mentee gets acclimated quicker, but they also find their vision of how they fit into the corporate culture and the corporate mission, and thus become more successful and reach higher levels than they would without being mentors. Interestingly enough, mentors also become re-engaged in their work in the company. I had a good friend. We used to stand around complaining together a lot back in my negative days. And I saw him about 2 years later, and the most positive guy you could ever meet. And I asked him, I said, Bill, tell me what happened. I mean, we used to be so negative, now you're so positive. He said, well, I'm mentoring this guy, and I'm talking about how everything is within his mind. I mean, his happiness, unhappiness, his success, his failures. And so I can't hardly go around complaining about work if I am telling somebody else they should be positive. And he became totally re-engaged in his work. So I think effective mentoring programs and having training for mentors is a crucial element, especially as things are changing so fast in our economy. We don't need people to know job skills. We need people who know how to learn what's needed for the future.